Where do I start with this one? I have no hope for the future. None at all. I have no hope that things will get better. Stagnating wages, the rampant inflation, how high the unemployment rate is skyrocketing. We're entering a war. The whole system's broken. And I don't see this getting fixed anytime soon, if at all. I'm not here to give you guys false hope. I'm here to say what I think. That's all I'm here for. I am a doomer through and through. I've given up on the future. And I know there's people out there who are like, if we all work together, we can make this country a better place. That's not gonna happen, bro. I guess I'll cut right to the chase. Since I've given up on everything, the only thing I can rely on is how I conduct myself. I mean, I guess I've always been like this. I guess the environment I'm in right now has really, I guess, exemplified the way I am. Because for the longest time, I've always been the type of person who cared about self improvement in sort of like a mental type of sense. Not anything like religious, but just someone who wants to improve yourself, improve their morals, trying to craft their own ideology that could adapt to different environments. With the way this shitty country is heading right now, is going to be, I suppose, a stress test to how well my ideology stands to it. It will likely crumble, but I'll use it while I can. But basically, I've given up on, I guess, just like all external things that are out of my control. And I just work on the things that I can do, the things that I like to do. I'm not gonna be chasing a job anytime soon. I don't really care about getting a job anymore. I just care about doing the things that I like. I'm going to be a lot more individualistic, a lot more selfish here on out. I keep saying stuff like that, but I guess I've felt this way about doing what I want ever since, I guess last October, 25. And then it really kicked into overdrive, in January. But, um, my socioeconomics class and my roommate did irreparable damage to my outlook of the world, I guess. I feel like I've always felt the same way about the world. And it hasn't really changed the way that I am. But it's more like now like a third eye is open. Well, like a shitty third eye. It's like, oh wow, everything really does suck. It sucked a lot more than what I originally thought. And I thought it sucked before. But this is a all new low. And I think it's not just because it's always been like this. It's always been like this to an extent. But things really have just gotten worse, I think. It's not just that we have more access to information, but things really have just gotten worse because the people in power have gotten more powerful. And most of those people in power are not just corrupt, but like, I guess, straight up evil. Like, if they were doing this for money, that'd be one thing. That is one thing. But there's ulterior motives as well. And the colors are really starting to show.
God, love is real, is real.
But I guess I'll get back to the whole point of this video. I have no hope for the future, but I'm still glad. Why am I still glad? If the world's crumbling below my feet, why would I be happy? But I think it's because the world is crumbling below my feet. I realize the value of what I have and the value of the choices that I can make now before it's too late. Since I have no stability, or I feel like walls are caving in, that just means I throw shit against the wall. And I don't even care if it sticks or not. I'm just happy throwing shit against the wall. It's a fun pastime, I guess. I guess I just don't really care about anything besides how I can improve myself, how I can create, how I can improve. choices I can make, being kind to people. Probably said one of those things twice. Whoops. But who cares? Who cares? I might edit it in post, I might not. I wouldn't really call it an optimistic nihilism. Or I guess kind of like absurdism? I don't know. I watch and read a lot of philosophy. I should know these things, man. But but I'd urge you guys to focus on yourself in these trying times. Focus on the things that you can do. Just be nice to people. Throw shit against the wall. Make things. And I feel like I've become happier because of it. Having a grasp of my own freedom has really put things into perspective for me. Oh yeah, and like, comment, subscribe, but more importantly, comment. Tell me how wrong I am. I don't know. Maybe there's more to life than just throwing shit against the wall. You tell me. Really, I've only recorded for 13 minutes, 14 minutes?